Welcome to the Traders Show. This episode is brought to you by Pepperstone. Hey guys, welcome back to the Traders Show, and this is episode 51. And basically in this video, I want to thank all our supporters and everyone who's been watching us this far. It's not been easy coming all the way to episode 50. So far, that's what we've done in the past, and that's almost because we do one episode per week. So that's almost a whole year of continuous and consistent episodes, bringing different guests, us speaking our minds, talking about trading, how our journey has been, and there's much more ahead. Okay, we have just seen the tip of the iceberg, and I really wanted to thank you people for your support, for sharing, for subscribing to our YouTube channel, following us on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, wherever you're listening to this from. And I thank you and continue being with us. So in this episode and the next, it's going to be a compilation of the guests that we've been having so far. We realize that most of you don't know the many guests we've been having and what they do and how their career in trading and in other fields have been. So we're going to do a compilation of all of them, taking the best of what they said from each episode. And in this episode, we're going to focus on Vimal Chudasama, the CEO of TradeSense, and Francis, the six-figure trader that we once interviewed. So the first guest you're going to watch today goes by the name Francis, who we interviewed on episode 15. So if you want to watch the full episode, you can go and check it out. But Francis shared with us his story, his journey. He's a really funny guy, had lots of experience, which he started in 2013. And he shared that with us. It was about a 2-hour episode, and it was a lot of ups and downs that he had in his journey. You can know by his conversation with us that he's had vast experience, because what he says is the same thing we have experienced, both psychologically, money-wise, trying to trade to make money so that you can pay for other bills, and how if you bring those two together, it's going to be a chaotic experience. So he's shared that with us, and I hope you enjoy this episode.
Crazy thing I can tell you guys now, even then, like after that accountant, the experience I'd gained maybe for a year then, I thought I knew, I'm good now, but I realized I knew shit. I did not know anything. Like even when I thought I knew, I did not know. And the thing is, I did not know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good point.
That's the problem with traders.
Yeah. So
you think you know, but you don't know.
Yeah. It's in. I really thought I knew, because even after that, now I traded a bit, got in my own money, trading, and
I'm assuming you are losing. So how are you handling?
No. I first. I think beginner's luck and stuff. I actually made money. I remember at some point, I had once made $300, and I was like, "Why am I being employed?" Like I made $300, and my salary was not that much. It was not that much, just a few multiples of that. But I was like, "I can do this." I can do this. And so I was a bit. You make money, lose money. Make money, lose money. You find it's like all the money you make, you give it back. All the money you make, you give it back. Yeah, like so there was a lot of whips or
volatility.
Yeah, as in my portfolio, not necessarily in the market.
Portfolio.
So there was that, and but at some point I felt it's as if I have become quite good. So I decided to quit employment so that I can do this
Full time.
Yeah, and at this point, I acquired, I think, around $5,000 in savings and stuff to start the business. So I did that. That was in 2015-16, I think, yes.
And before you did that, you had at least a track record of a few months trading well, and
not even months. Like since I knew trading, I started trading. I never stopped. Like even
and you were always live.
Even that $400, I took it in within the first 3 months of trading. It's in errors after errors. Like I
learn on the job.
Yeah, basically I've learned on the job. I've lost a lot of money on the job. So that's how I started and got into real life, basically trading.
Okay.
So now the money that I had saved, I put it up for trading, because now I think I was I knew a few things.
Yeah.
It took very long before I could be wiped out of the business.
Okay.
Yeah, it took very long, but that long I don't mind it, because it was just experience, really. It was just experience. So it took very long, and actually, what took me out of that, basically, I finished my chips on that, was because now I did not have another income. So if I don't have money for rent, already I'm living alone. I have my bills and stuff, so I would just have to go back to that account.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so. One of the things now, maybe you can tell your people, your guys is that you don't quit so that you go and start trading until you're like really profitable.
Exactly.
Because what happened before I quit was that with that money, I already had the money and put it in trading. I made $700 that month. Then the following month I made, I think, $300, $400, and I was like, it's fine. It's not like my job, but it will give me some
time,
and then I'm independent, and then I can, because I was working in finance at a fairly high level, so my time was really engaged, and there was a bit of traveling involved. So you find I don't have time for trading. So I in my mind, I was telling myself, I've made this money without really applying myself as I should. So I was thinking, the thinking was, if I apply myself,
you'll make more.
I should make at least, at the very least, equivalent to
your job,
what I was earning at my employment. Yes, but I learned after going out. I think the fact that I was working was a good thing for my portfolio.
It was not a disadvantage.
It was not a disadvantage. It was a good thing because I did not get to overtrade. I did not get to be on the markets all the time. And so over time, because now I'm there a lot, your opportunities for losing are more. You're maybe making more mistakes, over trading.
Psychology.
At that point, psychology had not even started. Like in my mind, I was just working. Thinking back now, I honestly, as in I knew, like there are these things but you're not really applying. So I knew psychology was a big thing. But to be honest with you guys, at that point, thinking back, I was still working on my strategy and risk management. I wasn't really working on my psychology.
Okay.
Obviously, very tough. Losing money is not a good thing. It affects your core. Like you feel terrible.
Kwa spinal cord kwenyewe.
Even with experience, you still feel.
It's losing money is losing money. There is nothing like the good losing money. Losing money is just feels bad.
The same way like making money
feels good.
Actually, making money does not feel good. Thinking about it, not necessarily.
But
not the way losing money feels. Making money, when you end a day positively, what happens? Okay, at least for me, I'm just okay. For me, like you'll see me walking around the office. I'm just nothing is happening. It's not a big deal. But losing money is in my opinion, it's much worse than gaining money. But that has to do with our own psychology, our own human nature.
Human nature makeup.
And it's these kind of things are the things I'm trying to I don't want it to affect me as the way it does currently. So usually what I do when I do such things, at the end of the day for me, I usually, before I leave even the office, the trades which I've closed, I will review them.
So you never sleep with trades till the following morning?
I could, but usually the ones which I've closed, those ones I'll review. So I'll review all of them, and so I will be looking at. Previously, I used to look whether it fit my strategy. So that's usually not a big deal for me now. What I'm looking at now is what was I thinking when I entered those trades? Like literally, what was I thinking at that specific point? Why did I make that decision? And with that, you discover a lot about yourself. You really do, because you'll find a recent scenario where I took a trade, went into a loss. And when you look into it, what really happened with that trade was that I should have been patient. Because the market was just beginning to do some sideways movement. The trend, the reversal I was anticipating was not really a reversal. It was a sideways sort of beginning of a sideways move. And my strategy needs as a way to identify that sort of market. But at that point, I did not. And if only I had been patient a bit more, I could have not taken that trade and hence not suffered that loss. Another one is where I took a trade, a good trade, actually a very good trade. And then I was faked out of it. Like it has gone a bit.
I get you.
You move your stop loss to break even. and then it comes back to your stop loss, specifically just your stop loss, just for that one. Doesn't go beyond your stop loss,
And
then goes back your way
Straight.
exactly as you anticipated.
All the way to the target.
Yes, and then now after like that first candle, you're like, this move I was right.
Yeah.
So you take another one.
Then
Kumbe at that point ilikuwa tu ifike tu hapo. Starts going back. So these are the mistakes, because ideally the second trade I have no business taking it. It's like
So
trying
do
to
you
it's basically chasing a move.
yeah.
Plus, do you think it's a form of revenge trading, like wanting to get back into that move and still recoup the loss and make something up?
For me, I wouldn't say. You see, now I sat down and really thought about it. For me, what I was actually doing at that specific point, I was still in my mind validated on the previous move. I still felt it was right,
For you
and
to
that
take
I
the trade.
exited a bit early.
Because
Yes,
there are times you'll be faked out, take the trade, and it will work out well.
yes,
You'll
yes.
make some money.
And so that's what I did. But ideally, you see, now that is where your trading plan comes in. Ideally, I should never have done that.
According to the plan.
According to the plan, I don't do that. I just don't do that.
Yeah.
You enter the trade at the point where your plan says, your strategy says you should enter.
Yeah.
If you did not, well, too bad.
Just go home.
Isn't just go home or you'll try tomorrow.
Yeah.
No. So there is that element which I find now I'm developing, where I actually, you see, like they say, trading is a matter of probability over,
Yeah.
over huge scope. You should.
Distribution.
But I realized previously, I never applied that. But now, because of, I think, being where I am, you find now I truly understand in that element of probability. Now, the other thing I'm learning to do is to forgive myself
Acceptance.
for these mistakes that I did.
Acceptance.
Because previously, you'd find you've not forgiven yourself.
Yeah.
You're angry at yourself.
You're angry. You're mad at the market. You're thinking, this market walitumwa. They were sent. They were sent for your stop loss. Why did you just come to that stop loss? Why did you not stop one pip above it or whatever?
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it.
I can see like Ken is getting it. Ken is getting it. He knows. He has been there. So it's that thing. So like you really just need to. So like you at the end of the day, you've reviewed your trades. Now I'm going home. I'm seated there, I'm driving home, and I'm just thinking, this trade, I did this mistake. By the time I get to my house, I've fully forgiven myself. I have forgotten about them. I've really forgiven. And then I think about what else did I do right on the day? Because because there are some times when you've suffered a loss, and the trade was probably right.
Yeah.
It followed your system. It
was
fit
a good trade.
It was a good trade. It just did not go.
Yeah.
So like you're also thinking, what did I do right today?
Yeah.
And now you take your positives with you. Like truly take your positives and apply them tomorrow. The negatives, forget them. Remember them so that you don't repeat them.
Yeah.
In fact, have them somewhere just in your back of your mind. You don't need to repeat this. And then tomorrow come back fresh, meet Kina Kenapo, drink some coffee, laugh, and go into your day without the baggage of the previous day.
Trauma from yesterday.
That's a good point.
Because that trauma, that baggage, that thinking of the mistakes you did and everything, for me, it has been a bad thing. Because you'll find after a bad day, you'll have another bad day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if you really think about it, what is it?
It's your psychology.
It's just your psychology.
Yeah.
If it's really bad, you can even go away for a few days.
Yeah,
like just don't come to the office. Like,
I've had such days.
just if you've messed up on a Wednesday, come back next week Monday.
True.
And that time off gives you time to, even if you were not forgiving yourself, you'll forget or whatever.
Yeah.
True.
But now
Pain will.
working with it systematically, like analytically, you just need to think about them, because you need to, those things, they show you stuff about yourself.
Yeah,
If you really,
True.
if you analyze, don't just look at your strategy or the levels or whatever. Think about what were you thinking,
When you're doing some things.
because you learn. Maybe you are thinking, I have a debt here, Taras.
Afani lipe.
If I should pay Taras that money.
Riga's rent.
These 20 pips. What is your motivation? These things,
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
It's
whether
deep.
you-
They
It's
affect
deeper
you
than what you see.
unconsciously, yeah.
yes, it's not
It's really deep.
It's not just your mentality on your strategy, on your trading and all that.
There are many
I
things.
found myself that I did actions, I took certain steps motivated by things which have no relation to trading.
to trading.
Yeah, true. Like, let me just read this statement by Brett. I think you know Dr. Brett.
Steinberger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
many trading problems are the result of acting out personal dramas in the markets. And you just come with your own personal dramas. And he continued to say, markets and relationships are expensive places to bring our unresolved issues.
True.
Yeah.
I agree. Another thing on that element is that maybe you could have had your problem with your significant other.
Yeah, true.
Kama leo soko itajua.
Then you come trading, telling yourself, madam, anijui.
And Bazoo.
Seriously, who does she think she is? You know?
Actually, and some millions hapa.
If I was to talk to somebody today, the third thing I would tell them is that,
Put in the work.
basically be ready to put in the work. It's hard work. It's lonely work. It's work you will suffer, and you'll suffer alone. You could be seated here right now, you're suffering, but everybody in the room is just laughing. And they cannot understand your suffering. They cannot even help. Even when they want to, it's your spouse. They want the best for you or your kid or whatever. But they cannot help.
Alewi hata kwanza.
Yeah, they cannot even get it.
They don't get it.
It's really hard. It's why I was saying it's a grind in that sense. Because those days alone after, especially, forget now you have a good understanding
Of what is happening.
of some stuff. You can imagine at that point when you don't even know about psychology. At that point you're just thinking strategy. You're wondering what is it that you're doing wrong. Why is it that every time you just go wrong? It's like when you enter the markets, like they were told he's coming, then they go the other direction, because that happens to a lot of newbies when you're starting to trade. So it's that the area around expectation and the reality, then also the mental space, the amount of work that needs to be put in. Those things are just what needs to be emphasized on. If after all that, a very bad, pessimistic story about something bad happening in trading, if after all that you still want to do it, then you're good to go. Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed that little compilation of Francis, and if you want to watch the full episode, go to episode 15. Now, next guest goes by the name Vimal Chudasama, the current CEO of TradeSense Kenya. For those who do not know TradeSense Kenya, it is the second licensed money manager in Kenya, and this is a big feat that this company were able to achieve, a privately held company. He came and shared with us his vast experience both in banking, trading, and running a company, and I'm sure for those entrepreneurs out there, traders, and people who are also working in a bank, this is an episode you do not want to miss out. So he shared with us his journey. It was also a really fun and enjoyable video, a really funny one, because also Chudasama has had a vast experience in trading, and I hope you enjoy this episode.
How did you
made.
educate yourself?
And most of my education and my was through interacting and through Google and YouTube. That's what I used to watch. This is around 2008, 2009 when I started learning about especially economics, because I remember when I initially learned about fundamental trading.
Yeah.
This was based on the economic factors, data globally.
Yeah.
I remember in 2003 when 2013, 14 there about when European Central Bank was pumping in stimulus, quantitative easing,
QE.
QE, and cutting down on their interest rates. I remember how euro started dropping against the dollar. That's where I learned a lot about fundamentals, the economic indicators that affect the market. Again, there is also a technical part of it. Because fundamentals at some point 2-3 days would work, but you need to know where the reversal points are
coming in.
Coming in.
True.
As much as you follow the trend is
Your friend.
People say, but at some point it becomes an enemy.
The trend becomes your enemy.
So what I tell people is, it's, trading is like a flowing river. You flow with it. When the direction changes, you again flow with it. You change the direction, because at some point when the rivers change the direction, you are bound to change it automatically.
Yep, that's true.
And that's what I tell people. I mean, you have to really be on your things have to be on your fingertips, be it fundamentals, be it technical. But I've also seen pure fundamental traders and pure technical traders as well.
All successful, yeah.
Yeah,
And they're all doing well.
all successful, and but again, the key is risk management.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just say, okay, today I want to become rich overnight, and that's gambling, and definitely you'll make money one-off, but at some point
The blow up comes.
you'll give it back. Yeah, but once you realize and try doing it again, that's the time you'll end up blowing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your first time luck will be with you, yes, but
Did you have that?
second time? Yes, I have. I've had, yeah, I've had, and I realized, I realized that no, this is, you're better off doing professionally properly, and I mean, even my risk management was poor until I learned, and I used to try and even do in smaller time frames and try and make quick money, which is not right.
Yeah, yeah.
You cannot make quick money. Simple.
In
This is not a
you
get
can't.
rich.
Trading, yeah, it's not a get rich quick scheme.
Simple.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Yeah. You cannot.
That's a good
So
pointer.
you have to look at the bigger picture, bigger market. Top down approach. They call it top down approach.
Top down approach, yeah.
Look at the bigger picture for 1 day, 4 hours. The bigger analysis of the market, be it technical, be it fundamental.
Fundamentals, yeah.
Yeah.
Follow the trends, the breakouts, the indicators you're using, whatever is comfortable for you, and then you can switch it to a smaller time frame to get a proper early entry points.
Yeah.
But overall, the bigger picture matters a lot.
Pepperstone gives you access into the global markets with more trading opportunities, first-class customer service, and peace of mind. Withdrawals are quick, and for those in Kenya, M-Pesa is enabled. Pepperstone Markets Kenya is regulated by the Capital Markets Authority. To open an account with Pepperstone and begin your trading, click the link on the description below.
It's not easy to learn psychology. No
True.
one can get into your brain
It's
and
not
teach you
easy.
psychology and emotions, control your emotions for you.
Yeah.
It's you to do it by yourself. People can guide. You guys, Financial Hub guides people.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Educates people.
Yes.
But now it's
It's for them.
for them to realize what's right,
Yeah.
what's wrong,
Okay,
and
yeah.
how to follow. What you guys guide, it's for them now to follow that guidance.
yep.
Otherwise, if they start gambling, that's, I'm sure.
And it's not easy even
things-
to follow what you've been
Exactly.
told.
Exactly.
And that's the
Yeah.
psychology now.
That's psychology now.
Yeah.
You have to really have that strong will. I mean, I've been through it, and I know this.
Did you have any example, any practical example of when you threw
Maybe
psychology out of the
psychological,
way,
maybe you were
just
challenged so
then
much.
it became
Many.
tedious
I mean, there, especially on Dow Jones. I mean, there are times, as I said, when you are seated for long in front of the
Computer,
monitor,
yeah.
computer, you're bound to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Markets are not moving. You are so bored. You have watched all your videos. You have done everything. Now you're bored. What do you do now? Now you have seen the market are just so slow. The moment you take that trade, you say, overall picture, I know markets are going to go up from what you have seen on the fundamentals.
Yeah.
But again, remember, there are loss hunters which will kill you,
Yeah.
catch you on that. Yeah. So I would be like, I wouldn't. There are times I have not even followed my own technical, and in the middle of some consolidation, I've just done
You've taken a trade.
Yeah, I've taken a trade. And you see, the moment you have taken a trade, and that's it, it's gone against you.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, is it that traders on the other side or brokers on the other side were waiting for me to take a trade, take it on the other side? So, I mean, these are all emotions and psychology. You have to really
Work on it.
work on it. And if you think you're good to do full-time trading, I would suggest no. Take your time. 1-2 hours, analyze the market, leave it.
Do some other things.
Do some other things.
Yeah.
Probably get a job. Probably do some other things on the side.
Don't
Try
be in the
and,
market.
Yeah, just don't sit on your screen for full time from 8 to 5 in the evening, because that will now drive you emotionally and psychologically into the wrong directions.
Yeah.
Actually, traders, it's 8 to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
They're trading through the US session, London
London,
session, Asian
yeah.
session.
Some of them don't even sleep.
You see, best thing is finish up other jobs. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know your strategy. As long as you know your strategy, in the morning, do your analysis, look at the markets. Once you have done, take 1-2 hours, do everything, leave it.
Yep.
If you don't have any quality trade,
Yeah.
go do some other work. In your mind, you know, at the back of your mind, you know that this is how the current markets are, but there is no much liquidity, so let's wait for US markets to open. Till then, let me go and finish up some other
things.
things. Yeah, just don't sit in front of it, whereby you'll end up screwing up the whole.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I know people who are into different mechanical works, even plumbing or any other things, but they are so good traders right now that they can even come and teach you guys what trading is. I mean, you get the logic I'm trying to say.
Yeah, true.
It's all about your passion, what you want. If you are really keen about learning
The
trading,
drive to learn
the
trading.
drive, but not keeping in mind that it's a quick rich scheme.
True.
Yeah. You have to get that off your mind.
Yeah, get that off your mind. Yeah, when people show their Ferraris with after trading on after gambling on bitcoins and stuff,
Forget about it.
Forget about it. It's
And
not,
that is what is being
that's
promoted out
one-time
here.
luck. And sometimes I know some people out there, even they'll hire Ferraris and Lamborghinis and they'll shoot pictures and put on social
Videos.
media and try and
Sell
get
the
you
dream.
into their stupid scam. I can say. Main the bigger picture, the longer plan for 5 years, I'm looking at least at a fair target of hopefully $1 billion portfolio.
$1 billion in the next maybe 5 years.
Hopefully looking at that with being aggressive and in the market. Once we start our aggression, the proper marketing. And
Yep.
partnering up with people, companies. We are looking at corporate companies like even pension funds, asset managers, fund managers who have big books. They are also allowed to put certain. They can
Percentage of
make
their
a product under their books as a offshore forex FX investments.
True.
Done through locally through TradeSense, blah blah
TradeSense,
blah, something like that. Yeah,
Partnership, yeah.
and we are also looking forward to acquiring probably an asset management, probably whereby you can also get pensioners and all these guys coming through. But eventually, that's an eventual plan. We first need to settle down with TradeSense.
Okay.
Create that awareness out there now. Regulated money manager is in the market, more transparent, and once that is done, I'm sure probably we can
hit your
that
target.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
It's a realistic
because
target.
usually this is what I do, backwards calculation. If you want to hit $1 billion in 5 years, divide by 5, you get about
200.
I did a certain calculation. Even one thing I know is that in a month you need to get at least in a day you need to get about $160,000 or something
Raised.
portfolio. Yeah, raised
Every day.
for 20 days. In a month, about $800,000.
It's about $1 million north of.
Yeah. Approximate. That's what I saw.
Oh, okay.
And I said if we get aggressively now into the market, once things are sorted, once we have done our launch properly, everything, then it can be possible, I think.
What are some of the common mistakes that you see most people make as they approach trading? Like if someone comes to you and tells you, I want to start trading, you can see the loopholes they are going to fall into. So can you just point out some of those common errors that you see many people make?
First, they need to get first get the education. Okay. If they want to do it themselves, firstly, they need to know what markets are all about. What is leverage trading? What is margin trading? What is do not start directly with a live account. Start with a demo account. Learn, practice, learn from the right people, like you guys, financial hubs.
Yep.
practice.
Mm-hmm.
Practice makes you perfect
Yeah.
on demos. Once you have that confidence, remember, some people practice on demo and directly get into, in a few days, directly get into live, thinking that, oh, demo, they've made money. But when they get into live,
No money.
the courage, the motivation is just gone.
Exactly.
Things are different.
And it's because of that shift in mindset. Demo, there's no psychology.
Shifting mindset. Yes. So what they do in demo, they should copy, replica
The same.
to the live. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's one reason
The
also.
other worst thing is those advertisements of making quick money overnight,
Yeah.
doing your Lamborghinis and all this.
Trading from the beach.
It's really setting up the it's really setting up the wrong mindset for the people out there.
Exactly.
Especially, people who are trying to survive, live. You are messing up people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's not the right way to do trading. Trading has ethics
Yeah.
Exactly.
to follow. True. I mean, you can't just say, "Oh, I've seen this guy." Wow.
True. Exactly.
It's not that easy,
Yeah.
It's trading is not. Another thing I would also tell people is that trading is not gambling. It's not casino.
Yep.
So many people say, "Oh, you are in gambling. You are
You're in gambling.
It's not gambling. It's not casino.
Wasemanga pata potea.
Yeah, pata potea. Trading is pure business
Yeah.
based on fundamental analysis and technical analysis. If it was gambling, then you would just place trades based on your gut feeling.
Yes.
You don't study anything.
Yeah, you don't study anything. But if you have done your analysis, markets, inflation is going up, rates are going, so dollar is going to get strong if it's in the US.
Yeah. It's a whole
Then
process.
And you're also thinking in probabilities.
What point to now use your technical part to see the point to now buy the dollars.
Yeah.
Not just anywhere.
Yeah, it's not just anywhere. Yeah,
And you know where you'll come out in terms of a loss also.
exactly.
What's your point? What do you think about it? Is trading a skill or a talent?
Mix of both.
A mix of both.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you need the skills, how to do the technicals and all the skills you need, and it becomes a talent with time when you have sharpened up your skills.
Yep. And again,
People can say this guy is talented with trading.
Exactly.
So,
And on talent,
that's the right skills.
talent still comes. Is talent inborn or through practice?
Both. I'd also say both. There are people who are naturally predisposed.
yes, it can be both.
But
I mean,
majorly it's through practice.
Yeah.
you see, naturally is there when you have the passion to do
The
it.
drive, the
Exactly.
passion,
True.
yeah. That
Then
makes
now
you
you-
there.
Yeah.
That's natural.
But when you are just doing it by the way and you want to do something on the side and learn new things, then now that's with time.
Yeah, with time.
It's built.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good answer on that. That's. I see many people asking, and many people think it's talent. So many of them just walk away. But I think, like you said, it's a combination of both.
you need to
'Cause
have
skill
someone
comes
to
in
guide
with-
you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you want to be born knowing risk management.
exactly.
You're not even
know
born knowing
markets.
trading. You're not born knowing trading.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're
it's
not
this-
born. Yeah.
It's the same thing. They try and use the same analogy of a soccer player, like Messi. Very much talented, but if you didn't put in the practice to gain the skill, you will not become good at the talent you have.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It
that's
took him
why
17 years
skill
to
makes
become
you talented.
Exactly.
Your skills make you talented.
Exactly,
So that's how
yeah,
it works.
yeah,
It
yeah.
works hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of them has to work. Exactly. You have to put in the time, the practice. You just can't say, I think I was born to be a trader.
You can't just say, okay, I was born to be a trader and get into it. It needs time.
Yeah, it needs
I
time.
took years to
Get where you are.
get in this
So,
thing. Yeah.
so if one person, a new person has just come to you, Vimal, and told you, Vimal, I've seen this trading industry, it's interesting, I want to get, what's the one main thing you can tell them?
I can tell them learn trading. I'll send them to you guys, of course.
Get the right education
Because,
first.
yeah, I have the right people now. Previously, so many people used to ask me before even I joined TradeSense.
TradeSense.
I didn't know about financial hub as much.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Yeah.
So since I'm busy with my stuff, I would tell them the basics, but I would tell them if you really want to learn the right things, we have local people. Financial hub is there. You don't need to go out there and get conned, do it there.
Yeah.
I can even attest to that and vouch for that.
True.
Education.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching Financial Hub's content on YouTube. For more forex analysis, financial education, podcasts, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.